Hello guys, what I've got here is a very cheapo metal detector. Sort of looks a bit of a toy. The actual model is a Teratech ACT MD10. These retail at about 38, 39, just under 40 quid on eBay. So they're hardly high end, are they? Any serious detector probably wouldn't entertain it. But the vast majority aren't bought for serious people who pursue the hobbies, because you can spend hundreds, as you probably know. Probably thousands, I don't know. I suppose if you was prospecting for gold in Western Australia or somewhere, you'd lash out. Certainly wouldn't use this, would you? This is the second one I've ever had, because it's not really my hobby. But I just thought I'd have a little play. I saw this on Facebook Marketplace. It was a tenner. So I contacted the bloke and he dropped it all for me for a tenner. It had dodgy battery connections, and the batteries had it. But he said it should be alright, and it is. I've redone the battery connections, replaced one of the little connectors, and it's very, very light, very small. My first detector, I've only had two, this is the second one. The first one was when I was a very, very young man, mid-teens, late teens, and there was no metal detectors in the UK. The only ones available were in the United States, and I sent off for, if my memory serves me right, a Metal Tech, quite a heavy, biggish machine, quite well made. It used a very unusual 5-volt round battery, so I couldn't get any equivalent here, so I had to order a few of those also. Anyway, I used to get a lot of enjoyment from it. It was a very simple thing. It was basically two transistors that formed an oscillator, and this beat frequency oscillator was a tune network of L and C, and the L of course was the head, the coil, and when metal come near the coil it changed the impedance, which made a different tone in your headphones. That's how simple it was. But I found out right from the beginning, well, there was no expensive ones then, that used with, you know, a bit of persistence and caution and patience, and they were quite useful. And what I used to do is to get up very early in the morning before I went to work, 2 or 3 hours early, and shoot off down to the coast, Clacton and Walton, which is near me, and there's a couple of piers, and on the piers, the wooden piers, and on the piers both of them had amusement arcades, slot machines. People would put money in the slot machines, drop some money, it would go down through the cracks in the pier and end up in the sea underneath, and of course I'd go out at low tide and try and find some. And I found that, as I say, even a simple thing that I had then, that the concentration was around the columns, the piers of the pier, you know, the groin part, I don't know what you call it. And where the water came in, tied in and out, it made a sort of eddy currents around the piles, and that's where most of the money was found. And one week I nearly got half a week's wages. I was pleased about that, but as I say, it was early days and no one had seen anything like this in this country then. So much so that one day I was under the pier collecting my bounty, and 2 police cars drew up on the road, on the promenade, and one of them had binoculars and they were watching me, and they watched me for over an hour. They'd never seen anything like it, you see. This was just after the war, and the only sort of detection was mine detectors that the army used. Perhaps they thought, so perhaps someone reported I was looking for mines. I don't know. Anyway, that was a bit of fun, but that was many years ago. Anyway, I picked this up, and I thought, well, I'd investigate what's what it is I say, it's very simple. That head unplugs. Yeah, now that according to that little symbol there, that slide, I wonder if the whole thing comes off. If it does, it's only held on by that. So a bit rusty. Does it pull off? Oh! Oh, it slides in slots. Well, that makes life easier. Putting that aside. Right. That's the head of it. I suppose there's much in there. Let's see if that one will fit, will it? I think this splits round here. Have a look. Ew. Now, look at that first time. Can't be bad. I'm hoping it's a little bit better than a couple of transistors. Oh dear. It uses 2 PP3 batteries, quite surprising. I did put the model number in Google to see if I could find a circuit diagram or anything. Couldn't find anything. So if anyone's got the link, please let me know. And should. Oh. Does it? Should come apart, I think. Oh, there it is. Oh, now that's surprising. That's very surprising. Right. That's the circuitry here, look. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 5 ICs. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 transistors and about 50 R's and C's. So that's quite sophisticated. Yeah, we've got to get a circuit diagram on that. Perhaps it's one up from a toy, guys. Putting that back together before I break something. It's handy to work on it like that. Put these back. I don't intend to take up the hobby in any serious way, but as I say, the vast majority are bought just for a little bit of sport, keep the children amused, or it's a big craze. I see it come from nothing to what it is today. As I say, machines can cost thousands if you want. There's whole shops and clubs and societies. When you look on YouTube, you'll find loads and loads of people, experts, you know. But on the other hand, you'll find some people that find things even without one of these. All off, that's all off. That, I think, goes in there. This pushes back. I think that's how it goes. Is that screw into anything? Perhaps it's not fully on. Yes, it is on. There we go. It says the head is waterproof. That's a dim plug, fits there. That's in. Turn it on. That's discrimination. Yeah. Oh well, we'll experiment with that. It may not be quite the toy I thought it was. Anyway guys, if you're sort of just having a little dabble or a silly play like me, you might like to consider that. Teratech ACT-MD 10. And what I have found out, they work at about 5 kilocycles. Don't know if that's good or bad. I'll come back to that another time. Anyway, a silly little one this morning. May be of interest to you, maybe not. Bye for now.